Hello, everyone. I'll wait for a bit, see who comes and chats for a minute. Hope everyone is well today and tonight and this evening, and hope you have a nice evening. Oh, my back. You don't get to see me on camera today. I didn't get a chance to do anything to myself, so you get my lovely picture. Oh. Hi, Beverly. Hi, Misty. Just thought I'd hop on real quick before I end my work day. I have posted on the front of the Law and Crime YouTube channel that the openings for the new trial will be at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central for the new trial, the Kelsey Thomas trial. Law and Crime has dubbed it I forgot what it was called. Something about, I can't remember now. I have to go back and look at they have a hashtag for it. I completely forgot what it was. Let me see here. I'm sure where is it? It is, no, not that. Oh yeah, pajama pants strangulation. Oh, anyway, that's the hashtag of the new trial, but it's the Kelsey Thomas trial, and that'll start at, like I said, at 10 a.m. Also at noon, we will have, at some point during the day, we'll either have the openings or Durst, or have them sent to us. I'm not sure exactly what, or I'm waiting on seeing what the latest is on the Durst trial for the openings. Might just put them up on YouTube. Who knows? I don't know yet. But I'll keep you guys informed tomorrow afternoon as to how that goes. But yeah, strangulation by pajama pants. I think so. Oy. I saw that when Kathy tweeted it out. I'm like, oh, wait, let me read that again. Yep, that's what it says. So anyway, this will be the trial. So, but, so the verdict, pretty much what I thought was going to happen. Either way, it really didn't matter if he took the stand or not, because it was the same verdict as the first trial was. So Michelle says, just read newspaper articles on her. Trial was delayed for unknown reason. I think I need to go ahead and I need to read the stuff tonight. The info I get behind the scenes came in during this afternoon, and I was busy, so I haven't had a chance. I need to do that. I still need to read or watch the Jinx, so maybe I'll do that too. I'm so bad about that. When I know I have to do something, then I procrastinate. Tracy says, Addie, I have a question. Do you guys cover trials in Alabama? Yes, I think so. I think so. I can't remember the last one we had in Alabama. I think so. Isn't it recent? I don't remember. Yeah, we do cover trials. We cover trials anywhere that will allow cameras in a courtroom. So far, New York is the only one that says no. Well, not the only one. LW says, the whole trial had a weird vibe to me. Yes. I felt like the family knew more than what they were saying, because I think, like I said, the obituary was very telling to me. just the first sentence. So I just couldn't get that out of my head after I saw that. And then her Summer's reaction with "What have you done?" So I'm thinking there were issues anger-wise, and that's not the first time that any of that had taken place. At least that's the vibe I got. Not okay. So Tracy asks, not sure. I was wondering that trials for Cupcake should be coming up. Oh, I'm sure that if any trial comes up, we will most likely, we always try for everything. That's just our how we do things. And some we get and some we don't. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to laugh at this. Here you go. I'll put it up so you can see what I'm laughing at. That. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, that's a subject I don't discuss. So we will just move on from that one. I just had to stick that there for a second. Oh, let's see. Let's see here. Michelle says, Caitlin said it was Summer who we heard. At the end, you mean the crying in the courtroom at the end? I think if that's who you're referring to, or what you're referring to was the end part, I do believe that was Summer crying. Yes. I think the producers were saying it sounded like her. I have a comm in my office, so I hear everything that goes on behind the scenes, and they were saying it sounded like Summer, and I agree. Poor girl. My heart goes out to the family. But yeah, very sad. How tall did they say Chase was? I never think about that, but they were saying something about he wasn't tall enough to get the gun off the refrigerator or something like that. He was shorter than his dad. Oh, you said riskier than guns. We're just going to avoid it. So, Sharp says there must have been a lot of underlying anger issues for Summer to be so sure her dad did it. That's my thought. I'm thinking I just got the impression that I'm used to that type of person. We have friends, and I known people who have the same issues, and it's worse when they're drinking. And so he fits along that, just from looking at him and from hearing him. I mean, we didn't hear that much of him. We hardly heard his voice at all. But it's just the feeling I got from the whole trial was that there was that issue. And the jury must have felt the same, to give him the same sentence he had the first time around. And Michelle says, I thought Dad had little man syndrome. Was he seemed short. I could tell in the courtroom that he wasn't very tall. Did I hear that also Chase was shorter? So if I don't know how tall he was. I didn't see anything on that, but I felt that too. Yeah. Hi, Bruce. I'm doing good. How are you? And L Sharp says Napoleonism. Yeah. That's hard when that type of thing happens. Just be happy with what you got. Tall, short, don't matter. Yeah. Anyway, that's about all I really have. Just wanted to hop on real quick and put that out there before I forgot. I posted, like I said, I posted it on the community, and we'll have it up in the morning. So, it's starting to get late or light later here. I'm so happy. I like winter in Washington, but it's always nice when this stuff starts to get brighter outside later. Let's see. Let's see. Weirdo for sure. Addie, don't you have an appointment with the Jinx about now? Do only if somebody pays me? No. Pay me and I'll watch it. No, I will watch it. I just forget. I get in there and get doing other stuff and then forget completely about it. Most of it's catching up on YouTube stuff. I watch more YouTube than I do regular TV. Michelle says she has a question. How did Lloyd get retrial since convicted? I have no idea. I have not even heard or seen anything about that. I didn't. Let me take a look. Oh, okay. Says that he's going to use insanity defense. Guess I should pay attention better. Says Markeith Lloyd will use insanity defense during trial for Orlando officer's killing. Wait, this was that's the current one, right? Yeah, March 3rd. Okay. Oh, he was the stand trial. It's not a retrial. This is his other trial, right? Because he had this trial after the other one. Yeah, Markeith Lloyd. Another gift that keeps on giving. His other trial wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. I thought we were going to see like lots of outbursts. Maybe this one we will. I do think that this is another trial, not a retrial, if that's what you're acting. How did Lloyd get? Yeah, I don't think it's a retrial, is it? It didn't say retrial. Yeah, this is just a trial. This is for Orlando officer. It says Markeith Lloyd, attorney, planned to argue that Lloyd was insane when he shot and killed the Orlando police officer at a Walmart in 2017. So this is a different case. I don't know if it is or not. If it's federal or not, I don't know. Says Lloyd's attorney, Terry Linneman, said in a notice filed in Orange County that Lloyd's mental state caused him to be unaware of what he was doing. Using the insanity defense, Markeith Lloyd will admit he shot and killed Clayton, but his lawyers will have to build a case to convince the jury. So I don't know if it's a federal or not. It doesn't say. If I remember, I'll ask. Everyone is busy. Kathy's not even in. She's not at home. She's in California. She's usually the person I ask the most. Let's see here. Lloyd is interesting. The whole time, all of his hearings, he's a very interesting character. I cannot even imagine being family. He's probably scary. Yeah, it says there aren't many outbursts in federal court. I don't know. So let's see. And Tracy says, oh, where'd you go? There you are. I love the fact that when they found him, they used the officer that he killed handcuffs on him. Yes. I like that. Yes, I did too. And Michelle says he's another narcissist, saw the first trial. Yeah, with underlying issues. Other underlying issues besides narcissism. LW says, Addie, have you seen the story today about the cold case infant in the woods case? No, no, I haven't. Is there a name? Tracy says he lost his eyeball because they beat him up. Yep, because he was being a pain in the neck. I personally think that he brought that on himself. I don't think they just did that just to be mean. I think he was a fighter. That's just my opinion. Oh. Part of the reason I didn't want to be on camera is because I'm having a very wiggly day. And no one wants to see Wiggly Flappy. Oh. So, and Ella says, I love that too, Tracy. They do that in Alabama. The Jennifer Sarr, I don't know. I'll have to, let me Google and bookmark that. Jen. Okay. Oh, it's a Pensacola case. Is that what I'm seeing? It's in Pensacola. Yeah. She says, I'm okay with it either way. Of course, he needed to lose more than an eyeball. Okay, so Elda, I'll look into that. I'll take a look at that later. I don't know. It could be on the list of things that Law and Crime looks at. I don't know until the week is up. Until it's the week. So, but I'll let everyone know if that's something that we're looking at down the pipe. And Bruce says, I agree with you. He brought it on himself. Baby cases are hard. Tracy says, the poor baby said, yes, baby cases are hard. Not a fan. So, anyway. Oh, she says if we're. Oh, we have an awesome guy, works for Law and Crime. Does all of our trial searching. He's fantabulous. I like him. His name is Steven. Or Steve. Very good at tracking down trials. He used to work for Court TV. And knew Dan Abrams from when Dan was with Court TV too. So now he's with us and does all our trial searching. Yeah, it's weird to say that. We have a lot of that, like a lot of everybody behind the scenes at Law and Crime. They're all professionals. They're either TV hosts, they're either lawyers, and it's just me in my basement. I'm a housewife in my basement, but I'm surrounded by all these people. That's why occasionally I'm just tickled to be a part of any of this. Kathy is also, she and I were just two people who started a website so people could watch trials that ended up being something Dan wanted, to acquire and did. And now she's the executive trial producer. And did you see her piece today from her little snippet from the Durst jury selection? I posted it up in the archives in case anyone didn't know who Kathy Russin was. That's Kathy Russin, my dear, dear friend. Now she gave an update. She was going to do it again, but she couldn't get a good signal out past the. Sometimes the court, especially if they're close by an airport or something, the signal won't be that great in a court around the courts. So she could not get a good signal to get to Skype out. She was able to get one little bit out. Hello, WKA. Hi. So yes. Let me see if Kathy's posted any update yet. She's still in court. I keep forgetting that Durst is in California. So on my time, everybody else went home from the network, but Kathy's still at the Durst trial. Last thing Kathy posted was an hour ago, talking about jury stuff. But as far as I know, they have seated all of them. They got the oh, hold on one second. I'm actually getting PM'd by Kathy. Hold on. Okay, hold on one second. I gotta do something for Kathy. Okay, if you hear any noises, it's just me. I'm doing something for Kathy real quick. Sorry. Let's see here. Oh, no, not that. So 1 second. You get to hear me do stuff behind the scenes. I talk to myself a lot. Okay. Okay. There you go. Sorry about the pause. Okay, it's fixed. Okay. Sorry about that. So, who has the patience of a saint? Certainly not me. Oh, Lordy. Patience. Ugh. Uh, it depends. No. I try because I know I I require a lot of patience to be had with me. So I try to do the same to others. What does that? Do unto others as you would have them do unto you? Uh, oh. Yeah. I had a faster keyboard, but I have a new keyboard and it doesn't like the speed that I usually type at, so I've had to slow down. But I love my husband for getting me a keyboard, so there you go. Yeah. Oh, I got a little biblical. Isn't that? I don't know. I have to say that kind of thing to myself because sometimes I'm in the background going, I am over this person. My patience is about thin. I love I have a thing for Alabama. I love the accent. Alabama is a fun. I love to hear them talk. I love to hear people talk in Alabama. I love um, Crimson Tide. Roll Tide, roll. Yes, I follow college football. I mean, yes, okay, granted, we have our own football team here, Gonzaga, but I prefer Alabama. So, LW, are you from Alabama yourself? Aha. The Auburn people are not happy with the Tide people. I know. I watch some of the people I used to watch on YouTube. They're from Alabama and they're big into football. And in their family they have the Tides and the Auburn. So they'll have family outings or family get-togethers, and half of them will be in Tide uniforms and half of them will be in the Auburn uniforms. It's a battle, but it's all in fun. Oh, oh, I'm the only one in in my immediate family. I grew up with my dad and three brothers, and all of us were sports fans. Then I moved, got married, and my husband doesn't care. So I keep the sports going in our house. I watch and follow NFL football and um, college football. I haven't really gotten into March Madness yet this year. Basketball's okay, but I'm mostly football. to the point where I actually study how to play the game, and I'm learning all of the, the different positions and whatnot. Oh, you live in Alabama, but you're an LSU fan. That's Louisiana State University, right? LSU? Or is it, yeah. Did I say that right? Oh, I'm sorry, Cheryl. I'm sorry you're sleepy. Hope you get rest. Don't go to bed hungry. That's one thing I have never done. I've never gotten up to eat anything in the middle of the night. It takes me so long to get back to bed. That's the last thing I even want to even consider, getting up to maybe waking myself up enough to where I can't sleep. I am a major insomniac. I've been that way since I was itty bitty. I have not slept an entire night. I would have to stay in bed for like 20 hours to get 8 hours of sleep. uh, Cheryl says, I had a long day of walking in the rain for days doing errands. Oh. Well, I hope you get good rest. But, ow. Oh. Wake up and I will wake up and hot flaming Cheeto stains will be on my pillowcase. No memory of it. uh, you had a horrific. Cheryl says she had a horrific fight with a bus driver. Well, that's not fun. I hope you won. Tracy says, I don't sleep. I watch trials. Even if I didn't watch trials, I still wouldn't sleep. LW says she's been feuding with the garbage man for weeks. uh. Go out there dressed as Harry Potter and tell them about themselves. I dare you. Oh, that's not cool at all. No, Cheryl, that's not. She says she's not disabled and won't let the ramp down for my cart with wheels of groceries. That's just not okay. Can you make a call to the bus people and tell them that you're having an issue with that? keep turning in those complaints if she still refuses. Maybe they'll move her off the route. She still argued with me. Bake her some cookies. See if that helps. Hi, Kiki. Hello. My Kiki is here. There you go, Cheryl. LW will take care of her. And in other news, a mad, riotous band of trial watchers visited the bus stop. Oh, Aaron, I have a story for you. So, yeah. I'm all, I thought you knew him already. So has anyone seen Danette Costa around, or however she pronounces her last name? That's just concerning me. I should go. I keep meaning to go look again at the hide list to make sure I didn't accidentally put her on there. There's no way. I have no reason to, other than she got caught in me trying to battle the trolls. So who says I'm going to write a quick song and call it Alabama Crazy. Know nothing about Alabama. I know nothing about Alabama, but I'll research. And LW says someone saw her. Well, if anybody sees her, make sure she's okay, and that hopefully I didn't do anything or anybody, or she's not upset with us because she's always there and then she's not there, and it's like when Edna disappeared. Oh, man, wonder she's upset about that. Yeah, I am not, or I don't want to say anything about that subject, Tracy. That's a subject that, yeah, there's a slight issue there, but that person is not permitted in our room for reasons that I have actually real reasons for, not just because I'm mean. So, well, that explains that what you said about where you saw her. That could be a reason that she's not in our room. Okay. I don't want to say anything bad about that or anything, but if you know, dog on me too much, I eventually can't handle it. And you eventually get the boot. Well, that does she? You said. Did you notice that Edna tells us now when she won't be here? That's good. She's a sweetheart. Hi, TX. How are you? Okay, Tracy. Thank you. I mean, you can tell I don't boot just to boot people because I just let that guy up there who was mentioning that one presidential person I don't want to talk about. I didn't boot him. See, I am a nice person. I almost posted what you just said, LW, but sometimes I sit here. Oh, when the verdict came in today, I had I was sitting here and the dogs were barking. They wanted to go out, and I kept going. If I take you out now, dogs, this verdict is going to come in as soon as I stand up. And sure enough, I go running upstairs to go open the door, come back down. It was like 2:16 my time or whatever it was. I think it was like 2:16 my time is when we got the thing from the freelancer, and boom, I'm like at 2:18. I get a thing from Kathy going, "Did you want me to post the thing for the verdict?" And I go, "We got a verdict." I knew it. See, if I got up and went upstairs, that the verdict would come in, and that's exactly what happened. But it was all good. Everyone was here, so no one noticed that I was 2 minutes late with the verdict thingy. But they announced it quickly, and then it went by quick. Hi, Viv. How are you? X's and kisses, X's and O's. This thing. Uh, oh, I'm stuck. Wait, hold on. What? Super chat? Oh, yeah. I guess I do have super chat on here. I had no idea. I went in there and started clicking on stuff, so I guess I must have clicked it correctly. So sure, there's super chat. uh, Somebody was saying something. I can't remember who it was. Was it Justin? Was telling me to get a Venmo. I'm like, I am not gonna. I'm not gonna. That's too weird. There's no way. I am not going to go around asking. Pay me. Pay me at Venmo. Yeah, that's what a lot of people who do lives do that kind of thing. They have the super chat stuff. I guess I have enough followers now. Uh, would you really? Mm, well, shucks. So, wanted to come up with more ideas for this channel, like, you know, different, coming up with little videos here and there or something or other, but I'm not very good at it. I watch a lot of YouTubers and I get inspired, but the inspiration doesn't last long. Because as soon as I sleep, the inspiration is just gone. Yeah, well, if you pay Super Chat over on the other channel, that doesn't go to me at all. That goes to Law and Crime. I just work the channel. I don't get the money from it. I have a, you know, I'm contracted with Law and Crime, so it's a small set amount, very small, very, very small. Let's see. Best thing is, there's anything in mod. Super Chat is at the bottom of the. Hi, Jenny. At the bottom of the thing, there's a $sign on the thing. I guess that you can. I don't want to tell you. Somebody type it in, because then I feel I'm not gonna say it out loud. Super Chat is a way to give money to your favorite YouTuber for all the work and the joy they bring you. And the many weird and all the weirdness. I bring you lots of weirdness. How do you make money? Oh, that's if somebody puts an @ sign. Oh, Lordy. Thank you, Jenny. How sweet. Oh. That right there is a Super Chat. Oh, but if you put an @ sign, this thingy, in front of someone's name, it will, and then you type their name, you can direct it at them and they see it as orange. You don't see it as orange, but they will see it as orange. Oh no. Kiki, it says my BFF is from, oh, you were talking to, sorry, I should have posted that, but there you go, everybody. There's LW's friend. I'm sorry. So, oh. She says, don't feel bad. I told him he was an idiot. People do stuff, you know. I was shocked to find out when my baby brother had that he had a DUI in Arizona. I was blown away. My mom called to tell me that. This was about 2 years. I was in either 2017 or 2018 that he had a DUI. And my heart. And Kiki asks, so Addie, what is our next trial? Did you share that with us yet? Yes. The trial is called, or the person is Kelsey Thomas. And trial. It starts in the morning. We have openings at 10 a.m. Eastern. It'll be on the main channel. And it's being called, what did we say? The pajama pants is what is it's called, the pajama, what was it again? Pajama pants strangulation or something like that. I think this is what they're calling it behind the scenes here at Law and Crime. Something like that. Oh. I have to post this and I'll explain. No, that's the bird. Wait, hold on, I lost it. There we go. She says you talk slower than you type. Yes, I do. No. Yes. Well, when I type like if I'm typing out, I don't think in my head every letter. I think every word because I don't know how fast I type. I used to be a transcriptionist for a medical transcriptionist, and it was like 120 words per minute or something at one point. I don't know what it is now. Now the keyboard that I have can't keep up with me. I'm not trying to boast. It just is what it is. So when I'm typing, I don't have to sit here and go, A, X. I say the words and type the words. So. Wait, what am I missing? You can't hear me? Kiki, you can't hear me? Am I hearable? Oh, where'd you go? So these people on the typewriter thing blows me away. Oh, on the transcription thingy, they have, those are symbols. And I think it's like, what is it? Symbols that they have, or it's like, what do you call that? Shorthand, and it's little symbols, and each symbol together, they put them together and it comes up with a word. I looked into it and I wasn't interested. That's not the way I want to get into a courtroom, is by doing stenography. Okay, let's see here. That says, I think they should bring in the robot from the last case to type. Stenographer, yeah. I could do the one where it's a mask that you talk into. Have you seen that one? You've seen some, looks like they're scuba diving in court. That's a mask. It's a steno mask, and they talk into it and it records their voice, and it's made so that you can't hear them speaking into it, like in the courtroom, so it's quiet. But that's interesting. I'd like to see how that works. Oh, Jenny says her aunt did that many years ago. She got paid good back in the 50s. You mean, doing stenography? I loved, hi, Linda. Our gang is growing. Look we have 11 people here. Our gang is growing. I was going to say, I did like transcription, medical transcription. That was a lot of fun. I loved all of the medical stuff. I, for a while, worked for a psychologist, or he was either a psychologist or a psychiatrist. I think it was a psychologist. I'd go to his office and do his transcription on all his notes and whatnot. You learn a lot of stuff about a lot of people. Stuff you never knew people could suffer with. That was interesting. It says, pretty awkward. I would need a Valium or something sitting right in front of the witness. Can you imagine on some of these cases that we watch? Oh, I can tell you, actually, I can't imagine. I can tell you from experience what it's like to sit in a courtroom right behind the person who murdered somebody you know. I've been there. Like I told everybody, I'm sure everybody knows the story, but my best friend lost her niece in 1984 to serial killer David Allen Lucas. She was 3 years old, was murdered by him, and we did go to court for that. That's probably the thing that got me interested in court cases and trial watching, and it was from the very beginning back in the 80s. I was young then, though. It was 18. I don't know if that's young or not, but excuse me if you hear me crunching. I had to take a vitamin. It was horrible. If you can actually look that dude up on Murderpedia. He's still sitting in on death row because right when his case came up, they had just put a law through in California to do away with the death penalty. I mean, he's still in the same place he was. He's at, what is it, San Quentin, I think. My friend and I recently had a conversation about it. We have not talked about the little girl's name was the little girl's name was Amber Fisher. She was the cutest little thing. She was tall. She looked like she was about 7 or 8, but she was only 3, which is why Becky, my friend, said that she thinks that Lucas murdered her was because of her height, and he thought that she was somebody who could have ratted him out because she looked older. His name is David Allen Lucas. He's still in I think it's San Quentin. Still on what they call it, death row, even though they tried to do away with the death penalty in California. I think something about that happened about that time. Anyway, but because she was so tall, he was afraid that he would ID her. What he had done was he pretended to be a carpet cleaner, and he'd been casing the house. And the day that it happened, my friend and I were supposed to babysit Amber, but we decided we wanted to go fishing and go to the river instead. So, which meant she had to go to the babysitter's house, and it was the babysitter's house that was being cased by David Allen Lucas, and we didn't know it. And so he showed up in a pretend van that was made to look like a carpet cleaning, like he was a carpet cleaner, and he went in and murdered everybody inside. So, and he the only one he didn't was a little baby that was in the she was in a crib, and of course he didn't her because she wouldn't have been able to ID him. That little girl is now in her 30s, and she recently got in contact with my friend. So, yeah. But it was that case right there is what got me. It is very horrific. It was horrific. And my friend and I, like I said, we sat down and recently, she lives 2 hours from me. She's the one, she has many illnesses, quite ill, and deals with a lot of stuff. She's got diabetes. She's a left leg amputee. In the process of trying to save her right leg, she has scleroderma, lots of stuff going on medical for her, and she deals with a lot with that. But she and I talked, and we hadn't spoken about the whole incident and how guilty we both felt that we chose to go to the river instead of babysitting, because if we had babysat Amber, she wouldn't have been killed. So, yeah. My friend and I mean, she was like family. She lived with us in our house for a couple of years, so it was, it was like a part. She was a part of our family. So I was very close with her, and very close with her. It was her niece that was killed. So that was something. So you can look that dude up on Murderpedia. Lovely guy. He was considered a serial killer. He had, it wasn't her case, Amber's case was actually not what was being tried for when we went to court and went to the trial. It was two other people at that time, and Amber, Becky didn't want to put her family through a trial, so they chose not to. After he was convicted, they chose not to go after him for Amber. But Becky says it's the worst mistake she ever made. She should have gone at, justice for Amber, because Amber didn't really ever get justice because her case was never tried. And I guess you can choose that if you choose not to go and put your case once somebody is, tried and put away for life. She just figured she'd save the family, but she says she regrets that. Sadly. But yes, it's very difficult. It's very difficult. So that's why I started watching trials and got into it. Then there was, the stuff that happened with OJ. That was just more news stuff. We didn't get to see any of that stuff. The trial that I actually got to see the most of was the Jodi Arias trial. That was the one that catapulted me into obsession. Is that Susan Swanky? Yeah. Oh, I mean Catherine Swanky. I combined the two names. Whoops. Yes, Swanky. Those were the two that he was being tried for. And somewhere down in that thing, there is a little statement from my friend Becky Fisher about Amber. It's partway down in that article where they've chosen. I can't remember what it says. It's been a long time since I've been over there to look at it, but Becky's mentioned in there. Yeah. LW says, I keep trying to watch Arias. Her weirdness makes me so uncomfortable. It's like watching Meet the Parents. Awkward weirdness to the max. Oh my goodness. Oh, that case was something else. Yeah, I tried. I didn't watch Anthony when it was on. I wasn't, at that time. I didn't really have the ability to watch trials. But I tried to go back and watch Casey Anthony after the fact. And once I know the verdict of a trial, I find it very difficult to go back and rewatch it. It's like, well, I already know the ending. So, and besides it, the ending ticked me off. So there's that. I just decided, no, maybe not. I tried to watch some of it. Oh, my husband says, Casey Anthony is my evil twin. And it says, bother me still, that poor child. Yes, that whole case. Oh my gosh. And the little red heart that was it on her forehead or something or other? That just, I always thought that with Casey, I do think that she was using Xanax to medicate, which is where the Zanny the Nanny came in. I do think that they didn't really put too much emphasis on that, but I think that played more role than was ever talked about in the trial. It's like, it's looking you right in the face. It's that. It's the Zanny, the Xanax. I think that She was using it like they, would give to some, kids, give them that stuff. They fall asleep, and then while their kids are sleeping, they can go out and party. I think that's what she was doing. But that's just my thought. And Kiki says, in the Anthony case really affected me. She got off. I still, to this day, cannot understand how. Because she had Baez who was willing to make up stories about daddy. I personally do not think, I'm sorry, I don't think that her dad had anything to do with it. I don't think it had anything to do with the swimming pool. I think that was the story that was concocted. I think that it all happened while she was with Casey, and she slipped her too much Xanax, which, now you have other parts of that. Okay, wait, let me see. Hold on. I saw something scroll by. Oh, there's a lot of stories coming that about that. I mean, people buy into the pool thing and dad and everything, and I don't think so. I don't think her dad had anything to do with it. That's just my feeling. Okay, so here somebody said this. I heard maybe Addie can verify only choice was first degree. Oh, for Casey Anthony? I can't verify that, no. I would have to Google that. Yeah, see, somebody said this. Jenny, I agree with you on this. I think sometimes in a case you just get a feeling, and you can kind of go, yeah, the feeling I get doesn't really fit. So the feeling I got about the dad was that he just didn't fit as a participant in any way. I think at first Casey was okay with Baez using daddy and throwing him under the bus, but eventually she eventually was very upset about it, I think, when Baez did what he did to dad. Baez nearly destroyed her father just with his words. The one that I thought maybe might have been more in on it was the mom at first, but her reaction at first during the trial was more like somebody who wanted to protect the innocence of her daughter rather than protect her daughter. And then if you watch the case, or the show that the Anthonys did together, was it, I can't remember what show that was on, where they talked, and boy, she let loose on her thoughts and how mad she was at her husband. And I think he's very upset at her. There's a lot of tension between the dad and mom, because I think that they are both in their own rights trying to protect somebody. They're trying to protect Casey one end, and then maybe he wasn't trying to, you know what I mean? Something like that. There's a lot of stuff. That whole interview was just woof. Do you remember who did that interview? It was on something. I can't remember what station did it, but that was a rough one to watch. She was just bitterly angry at him. She exploded on him, I think, didn't she? At one point, and ran out the door. 2020, I think so, something like that. Kiki Kazoo says, I think Baez told her father this is the direction we are going, and the only way to get her off is using her dad. I think the dad knew it was coming. Do you? I didn't feel that. I felt he was completely what do you call that, he was sideswipe? No. You think he knew? Oh. I always thought that he was totally blown away. That he didn't see it coming. Maybe he was blindsided. Thank you. So I was trying to come up with that one. Thank you. Blindsided. I kind of always felt that he was sort of blindsided, that he had no idea it was coming and he just blurted it out in court. Because that's what Baez does. Sidetracked, that's my usual thing. Sidetracked is my usual issue. Oh, look, shiny squirrel. And then Ginny says, oh no, Addie, he said he knew it was coming. They had been told ahead of time. Okay, thank you. That puts that to rest. Because I missed that. I totally thought that he didn't know. Well then, still doesn't make it any easier though, does it? To hear it said out loud. Oh, Tracy's, let me go back up here a little bit. Camille Cupcake McKinney is the trial I would love to see. Yes, all trials that are out there are looked at and tried for and whatever by the team, by our trial person, and it just depends on what's going on at the time. What's that? ADHD person's nightmare? Oh, Tracy, you asked a question. Okay. Where'd it go? Oh, what is the shiny squirrel thing? That's a thing that I say all the time. Like, I like sparkly things, and I'm also squirrels are my spirit animal because my brain is all around all the time. I mean, it's all over the place all the time, thinking all the time. You know, ADHD, distractorina. That's my other name. But if I want to distract myself or whatever, change the subject, if somebody is saying something that I don't want to talk about or whatever, I'll usually throw a shiny squirrel in the room. You know, metaphorically, of course. I don't injure animals, but it's my little thing. Bedazzled squirrels. If you could see my nails right now, you'd understand. I have very sparkly nails on right now. Well, not on, they're my real nails, but they're sparkly because I like sparkles. So, have I worn you out yet with my ADHD? Okay, Kiki says, oh, no, don't talk about squirrels. We have a few pets living inside my house. You would be so at home here. Oh, squirrels are so cute. I love squirrels. Okay, good. I had to check. Can you imagine the poor people coming in here listening right now going, what the heck? What the heck is wrong with that woman? Okay. Whoops, wrong one. Your name is why I love you so much. A constant reminder of my ADHD treatment. Oh, the Addie part. If you look at the front of my channel, it says Addicted to Trials. That used to be my online name. Then when I came to Long Crime, I shortened it to just Addie. That's a whole, you've probably heard that story before. Oh. What? Beth says, who cares what people think? It's their problem, not yours. No, it's mine. That's why I live in my basement. That's why I don't go out very often. I don't get invited. No, that's my fault. I can't blame that on people. I'm the social antisocial. I want to be social, but I'm not social. Yeah. Oh. Here's my oh, I was gonna say something that thought just went right out my head. Oh, guess I didn't need to say that. Kiki. Oh, I have two sons just like myself. Both of them, all of their friends are on their computer. Like it's, I told my sons, I said, when you have all your friends on a computer, it's easy when you move. You just pick up your computer and all your friends move with you. You see, then you don't have to say bye to everybody. You just take them with you. Bye, Jenny. Love you. See you in the morning. Openings for the new trial at 10 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, says Beth says, I know that problem with my panic attacks. I don't go anywhere now. Oh, and now we have. Oh, I made a comment on my Facebook thing, and all my friends who are Christian, God is in control. And I said, well, I was telling them about my panic issues when stuff happens, and I try not to buy into it, but stuff like the COVID, whatever. All this stuff going on, it's kind of unnerving. I mean, our state for Washington has what we're at. I forgot the last number count on that, but they were like, God is in control. And I said, yeah, well, I think of that after, because first comes the panic, and then that thought is like a cushion. It catches me after I've just got done panicking. There's no way I can do it in reverse. I can't, stop the panics. The panics just happen, and then I just deal with it. But there's a lot going on right now with this whole sickness stuff. No, I don't take any medication at all. I take vitamins. I have a thing against I have a I'm weird. Medicine I avoid. The fact that I had to take Cipro for 2 weeks, that was a rough one. Because I usually don't take anything. I take, acetaminophen if I need to, but that's rare. But I take vitamins every day. And it's not, my stuff isn't really that bad. It's just when stuff comes up, you have the initial thoughts, and then you can kind of just go, well, okay, well, we're not going to sit here and worry about stuff we can't handle or can't, take care of. If we get sick, we get sick. What am I going to do? What we're going to do is we're going to wash our hands, not to, over the top wash our hands, but, take care of stuff. Just make sure your stuff around you is clean. And I'm hoping the stuff just blows over. And Kiki said something very important. When people don't suffer with any mental stuff, do not get it. Do they think we want to live with anxiety? No. And that's why comments like God is in control, not that because I'm a Christian, but not because I don't believe, but because you can't pray everything away, if that makes sense. That's how I see it, and that's what I'm been dealing with for 52 years. I can't pray everything away. It is what it is. I learned to live with it, and I learned how to handle things when they come up. This YouTube stuff, oh, L Sharp says, this YouTube stuff is making fun of my grammar. Best says, I don't like medication of any kind, so worried of getting addicted to them. I have addiction issues in my family, my biological family. There's my adoptive too, but I'm not related to them by blood. But my bio family has some issues with that. and I just kind of steer clear. I'm the type of person that if I need it, I can take it. Like when I was in the hospital this last time, didn't know I was passing a kidney stone, but was passing a kidney stone. I passed a kidney stone by myself with no pain medication for 6 hours. And then they finally put me in and I got the pain medication. It was Dilaudid. And I was like, oh, this is wonderful. It's like morphine. That's the only time I ever am okay with taking anything if I need it for something like that. But usually I won't take anything that bad. That's addictive. Let's see. Oh, I had to read that first word you said right there. I'm like, what? I'm all, who's Immergerd? Oh, I said it with an accent. Oh, that helped. Irmagerd. There you go. If I didn't take medication, y'all would have never met me for sure. It was I had 2 shots when they first got me in of the Dilaudid, and that was nice. The Dilaudid was very helpful. So Dilaudid, that's what they said. I'm good with morphine. I was like, either one would be fine. They said Dilaudid was the biggest they had, so I guess I must have been in more pain than I really realized I was in because they gave me Dilaudid. They kept asking me, what is your pain level? And I looked at the lady and I said, I can't tell you a pain level because I don't know how to tell you what's wrong with me. I just know I hurt, and this is the face I'm giving you. So I said, do you have a face chart that has the look of the face of this is what my face looks like. This is what it is. So on the wall, they have a thing that tells you, what is your pain level, and it gives you different little cartoony faces. That's how I have to do it. I have to tell you, I can't tell you, give us a pain level from 1 to 10. Okay. 10, 1, I don't know. So, and then I said, I have autism and I have a hard time telling anybody what is wrong with me or what I'm feeling or whatever. And the lady says, oh, and I said, and I guess I was stimming a lot, like doing the flap, getting kind of stimmy. And I said, I'm sorry. I had to talk my way through that. And she's all, what's stimming? What is autism? This was a nurse. What do you mean, what is autism? Holy mackerel, you are a nurse in an ER. How do you not know what autism is? That blew me away. My husband was looking at me across the room. He gave me the look, what? What did she just say? I'm like, it concerned me. I thought about making a comment, but by then I was hopped up on Dilaudid and couldn't care anymore. I didn't care. I don't know. Oh, sorry, I posted the wrong one. There, what's the name? I don't know. Some lady. I barely know my address. No. I'm sorry about this. This one, Kiki says, when my brother passed is when I started having depression and anxiety. I convinced myself I never need to leave my home. Oh, I go through periods like that. Kiki, I know how you feel. I go through spells and where I won't leave or go anywhere or want to go anywhere, and I try and talk myself out of it. Usually what we'll do is my husband will help me try to do better and go walk, get me out of the house to go walk downtown. We have a very nice downtown here, and so we'll go walk downtown. That helps, but it takes me a bit. It can take me a bit to get the gumption up to get out of the house. Oh, LW says I was just going to educate her on the spectrum. No violence, though. No. Okay, maybe a little bit. Just pinch her. Kiki says, my husband was my rock. I'm doing better now, but took years. My husband is mine as well. Yes. He's been very patient. There was a spell for 15 years that I was pretty much bedridden. I've said this before, but I had weight loss surgery in 2007, and I was nearly 500 pounds and hardly able to do much of anything. I could stand for maybe 2 or 3 minutes, maybe, and not all the time. I was very sick, and for 15 years, he took care of me as my caregiver. And then I finally broke down. It took me 8 years to be okay to have surgery. And I finally did have it in 2007, and I lost 333 pounds my first year. So, but yes, my husband, the caretaker. You learn a lot by having to have someone take care of you. You learn how not to be a pain in the butt. You know, you have to be able to understand that that person may not want to take care of you. They may not want to do the things that they have to do for you, but they're doing it anyway because they love you. And yeah, when I had we have two sons. They're 11 years apart. There's 11-year gap between my two boys, and the youngest I had when I was I was nearly 500 when I had him. I had to have a bariatric bed at the hospital to be able to support me as I gave birth. It was a shocker. It was an unbelievable thing. It was right after that I had the surgery. About a year later. No, he was born in 2004. It's 2007. 3 years after that is when I had the surgery. Yeah, hold on real quick. I have a here. Let me see if I can find it really quick. I made a video. Let's see. I'm gonna go to my other channel real quick. Where is it? Not that one. Yep, got it. Here we go. I'll post this in the room. It's not, this was ages ago. This is before I started doing any editing, and so it was not that great, but this is a video. That's a video I made. You can look at it later. Yeah, I had a pretty let me see. Tracy says, I too had weight loss surgery, and everything I'm dealing with now is a result of the surgery. Oh, I'm so sorry. Did you have the sleeve? For the most part, with my surgery, it's been not too horrible. I'm probably up a little bit more than I should be. weight-wise, you know, but overall, I've managed to keep most of it off. And my big thing is that I would love to be able to rid myself of the extra skin. Let's just say if I ever went skydiving, I would not need parachutes because I come attached with my own parachutes. I I would become, what is it, a gliding squirrel? I told my husband I wanted a tattoo. I would just tattoo wings on my flaps. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah. No. Oh, I would need a full body. I mean, when you go from, I went from that big all the way down to the lowest that I was down to was 130 at one point. That's a lot of extra skin. But no, I probably would never. I would be afraid that at my age that having that much removal would be a problem for me. And I have a fear of hospitals, so there's that. I'm gonna see. Let's see. I have to do that so I can read it. Sorry, it's my eyes are bad. It says you need to live your life now, just the way you are. If you keep waiting, lost, you will look back. That I agree with that. I wish that I had not waited 8 years to get the surgery. But I will say, waiting 8 years made the surgery at the time I got it was probably more advanced than it was 8 years prior. So there's always that. That's how I look at that. The surgery that I had was it's called I can't spell it, but biliopancreatic duodenal was a biliopancreatic duodenal switch with a verge. I don't know, something like that. It's a doozy. They took out most of my stomach and left a tube, and then they hooked me up so that there's a malabsorptive part to it, so I don't absorb oils, which then makes me have dry skin. But so far, pretty good. I haven't lost my hair. That's usually one thing that goes first, is like all hair. It's thinner than it used to be, but it's not, I'm still blessed in that department. And so far, everything else is okay. As long as I keep up on my vitamins. I am slightly anemic. They told me this last time that I'm slightly anemic, but not horribly bad. It was horribly bad because about, what was it, 6 years ago? Something like that. I had a major problem. My hemoglobin was down to 4. 12 is normal. They kept asking me, how are you not passing out? Well, when I feel like I'm going to pass out, I just sit. I don't, like I told you, I can't tell when there's something wrong with me that I need to go to the doctor for. So yeah, the blood thing was on top of that. I had other issues that I had to have taken care of. When they took care of those issues, those feminine issues, that fixed the blood problem. And then when I was in the hospital, I had 7 blood transfusions, and I was at 7 infusions of antibiotics, because at the same time I had the sepsis. That was the first round of sepsis I had. The second one was this last couple weeks, or about a month, or was it 2 months ago? That's the second time I've had sepsis. But the first time I had sepsis was back then. They didn't know I had it. Sepsis, they found out while I was in the hospital. I was in there for the hemoglobin problem. And then they did a test because I started shaking and I had a fever. And then they found out I had sepsis. So they treated that. It was a doozy. That was 6 days in the hospital on that one. So, I'm starting to get tired. I need food. What time is it? Oh, yeah, it's time for me to get some food in me. So LW says, "Good Lord, Eddie, I have an autoimmune disease, which is a bleeding disorder. I never know something is wrong until they say most people would be bleeding into their brain." Oh, eek. Oh, sorry. Yes, I just yawned. I'm so sorry that you have that. Autoimmune issues are not fun. My friend Becky, the one I was telling you about that lost her niece, she has several autoimmune issues. I've never met anyone who has had more piled onto her than my friend. And she's still trucking along trying to get through. Amazing. You don't notice the symptoms? I'm the same way. I can't tell if I'm fine or not fine. Because I usually have like with autism, and I think it's a part of the autism, my body usually feels weird. Like it's what makes a person with autism flap and lots of movie, like when you get excited or get anxious or whatever, everything is felt in the nerves. And so my feelings on stuff is just not like everybody else. I can't just walk in and go, "Hey, I feel like I have this wrong with me." I don't know what I feel. I just feel yuck. And that's all I can tell you. But with autism and stuff, there's like the nerves are very all the time. You have a sense of your nerves are crawling. And so if you ever see a person rocking and whatever, especially a person who cannot or who's more nonverbal, you'll see more of the rocking with a nonverbal person. And that's because they're dealing with stuff. Their nerves are probably in overdrive. And that makes you want to just climb the walls. Night, WK. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow. Then my friend has scleroderma, diabetes, Raynaud's. Raynaud's phenomenon is from the it can be from any one of those, I think. I have a little bit of Raynaud's in my hands. I lose the sensation in the tips of my fingers. They go white, and then if I move from cold to hot really quick, or I mean from outside to inside really quick, it's an instant burning in my fingers. But she's got she's a whole host of stuff, but she's amazing. So actually, I've said this before, but you can see her. She and her son were starting a YouTube channel. They do mukbangs. I'm not a fan of them, but she's my friend, so I have to like them for her. But she's on the front of on this channel. She's the one directly under Law and Crime. The link on the side. That's my dearest friend. She's my oldest friend. I've known her since 1983. We were in the cult together too. Take care, Bruce. Thank you for putting up with me. So I need to see this bigger. Sorry. Mine is called idiopathic thrombocytopenia purpurea. Did I pronounce that correctly? That's a doozy of a name. I have not heard of that one. Take care. Thank you, Bruce. Hmm. So do you have that's under control and everything with medication and whatnot? I would need to Google that to know what it is, but I hope you have that all under control. There, I'll take that off so you don't have to sit there and see it. So it means your immune system thinks your platelets are a virus. Oh, okay. Attacks your platelets. Oh, TX. TX, I look up everything. Like I said, I used to do a medical transcription, so my favorite part was learning all of the medical words. I didn't just learn to spell them, I actually learned what they were. Oh, that's good. You get, that's good. Mm. Oh. Okay, well, I have to go eat. It is time for me to consume so that I don't get sick. I can't consume too late. I have to consume in a decent hour. Uh, so I will see everybody in the morning. Get lots of rest. Be ready for tomorrow. I think this next trial is going to be a doozy. Hopefully I don't check out during it, mentally check out. So take care, everybody. Love and kisses, and see you in the morning. Good night, and thanks for letting me exhaust my excess. Try flapping a lot. That really helps. That helps to get all the wiggles out, all the ADHD out. Just get in a corner and just. I also, what also helps is a couple shots. That really helps too. Okay. Mm. All right, good. I hope you get to do that. The Bruce that's in here, Bruce Davis. Is that who you're talking about? I guess so. Oh, yes, shots, baby. Only once a week, though. That's all I will allow myself. Once a week. Okay, see you in the morning. Good night. And we're out.